Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understanding.
Hey everybody, it's Cass, and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in to According to Cass. So I just kind of wanted to have a sit-down session with everybody today and just talk a little bit about a surgery procedure that I had. So about 8 months ago, I had gastric bypass surgery. It's not something that many people know about. Just kind of wanted to open up about it and, just kind of tell a little bit of my experience. I had the RNY gastric bypass surgery. It's where they go in and they make 5 incisions in your stomach. It was microscopic, and then they take out part of your stomach. So currently to date, I have lost 80 pounds, a little over 80 pounds. Honestly, the experience for everyone is different. I'm just giving you my perspective, just kind of a brief synopsis. I'm not going to talk too much about it, kind of to, give you my take on, the life before and after situations. So the reason why I decided to have gastric bypass surgery is for health reasons. Prior to that, if I have confided in you and talked to you about it, I was totally against it. I tried to do things to lose weight, manage my weight before that. I did weight management. I also did weight loss injections like Ozempic and a few different other injections. And granted, I was losing weight, but I wasn't losing weight, like I thought or I wanted to. So I was talking to my dietitian. I was like a year into the program, and she said, you pretty much already got the first part of the deal down. If you decide to have weight loss surgery, which is you have to do like a year of weight management before you will be considered by, and get approval from your insurance. So I decided to do it. The why behind it is because, I had health issues, sleep apnea, diabetes, high blood pressure, had issues with my back, just, other things. And I wanted to take control. Leading up to the surgery, you go through a number of things. It is a process. Of course, you have to meet with the surgeons, the pharmacists for your pre-op. They want you to meet with the nutritionist. You have to take classes. You also have to do a psych exam to make sure that you are doing this for the right reasons. So all this is a part of the process before you can move forward and be approved to have the surgery. I had my surgery on July 12th of 2023. I had to start the pre-op diet 2 weeks before that. I had to start prepping for the surgery on June 28th, which was the day after my mom's birthday. So we had went out to dinner on my mom's birthday, which was June 27th. And so pretty much that was the last good meal that I had for a long time. The pre-op diet for me was probably the hardest thing in the whole process. It was very limited. There are some pre-op diets where some people can have things and some where you just strictly liquid. I was able to have things, but it was like, for example, for breakfast, I was able to have a protein shake, a piece of fruit. I was able to have yogurt. I was able to have fat-free Jell-O, fat-free pudding, fat-free fruit cups. I was able to have for lunch, for example, a choice between 3 ounces of thin sliced turkey meat or ham, or chicken breast, 3 ounces, which is like a little bit smaller than maybe your palm. Protein shake, yogurt. You can have unlimited snacks, which is like pickles, You could have broccoli, you could have cauliflower, I think like beets. You can have your yogurts, fat-free jellos for dinner. You could have, again, the choice between the chicken breast, the deli meat, the yogurts. So that was my meal for 2 weeks. I would say the first 3 days were the hardest. I have a 16-year-old, as you guys know, that she had to still eat and cook for, she's able to cook for herself. So there were times where I would just lock myself in my room because I did not want to be tempted, when she would make certain things. I had to clean out my pantry. I had to get rid of a lot of things. There were some things I had to keep because she had to eat, things, but I had to be very disciplined. I had to drink, just sugar-frees, waters, protein drinks. I mean, it was just very, very strict, and I had to stick to it for 2 weeks. The day of surgery, I checked in around 9 a.m. Of course, this procedure itself was 45 minutes, but you have to check in, prep. They have to get you prepped and ready, for the procedure. It was about 45 minutes. Surgery is exhausting. I was in some pain, not a lot of pain, or of course, than I wanted to be. I didn't really expect it, if that makes sense. Of course, I was on pain medications, so it wasn't unbearable, you know. But I did only spend one night in the hospital, which was good. I was able to get up, walk around the day after surgery and move around. I wasn't, you know, getting sick and or anything like that. So, after the surgeon came to visit me and, check on me and everything, I was able to go home and, of course, rest. I took, initially it was supposed to be 3 weeks, but I ended up taking 2 weeks. I was able to, at my 1 week follow up, show them that I could tolerate foods and stuff very well. Well, not foods because I wasn't eating. I was just like liquids and things like that. So I wasn't like getting sick and, showing any type of anything concerning after the surgery. So I was able to go back to work after 2 weeks because I have a sit down job. So, the recovery process and when you're able to go back to work, it also depends on what type of work that you do. But I was able to go back after 2 weeks because of the type of job that I do. I just had heavy restrictions. I will say, once I got home, like the first few days after surgery, I wasn't really like, I did not have a craving for anything. Like, of course, they want you to do the broths and the liquids and things like that because they give you a book. The book is about, this is my planner, but it's like probably a little thicker than this of just like different things they want you to follow, different things you can have, just kind of like an idea week by week. Like week 1 to 2, they want you to be on, liquids, and week, 3 to 4, for example, is the puree stage where you can have like mashed potatoes or, refried beans, like puree type things. So, it just, you have to follow the book. They just kind of give you examples. So it's kind of hit or miss. It's really what you could tolerate. There was some things that I could and some things that I could not. It just really depends. I mean, you gradually move back into like your regular diet, and it tells you what you can and cannot have. Because keep in mind, your stomach and everything is still healing. So that was my experience. I just kind of wanted to show you guys on a daily, like the medication, that I take. After surgery, I had to inject, some medication in my belly. They, let you know everything that you need to take. There's certain pills. There's a little thing that you have to blow into to help with your breaths and things like that. It's just a part of the recovery process. But, Going forward after that, of course, you have to take vitamins. So at first, I was doing like a patch. It's like a multivitamin patch, but I switched it. They wanted me to switch, so I do like multivitamin gummies. I also do like B12. Like this is every day. Some of them are twice a day. I do iron. So this is like a part of the bariatric, these are just the vitamins and pills that you have to take. This is what I take. Everybody's different. I also take a vitamin D, calcium. I take 4 of these a daily, 2 in the morning, 2 at night. Currently, I'm also taking fiber. I don't know if you can see it, but fiber pills. They also recommend, stool softeners. I will say, honestly, and it might be embarrassing to some, but especially sometimes, especially after you have surgery, you will need these. Self-explanatory. Also, Pepsi, complete. They'll tell you to take that. So the pills, these pills, I take these every day. Those are just a part of, having the procedure. Life after surgery, I just take it day by day. My diet has changed. Things that I think that I want, I don't. Things that I used to love, I don't. It just depends. I'm not really a sweet eater that much anymore. Sometimes I do, and then I will pay for it. It's a thing, they call it dumping. Either you're going to throw it up or you're going to go to the bathroom. And that's just your body just letting you know that, it's not something that you could tolerate. So it's just a lifestyle change. I just kind of wanted to get on here and just talk about, my experience, things that I've dealt with. I didn't tell a lot of people because honestly, with surgery for me, it was kind of a sense of embarrassment. And this is probably the 4th time and probably the last week that I've said that. And keep in mind that I've had surgery almost 8 months ago. And so you just have to get to the point to where you're just being honest with yourself. Did I have a problem with being a full-figured woman? No. Like I said, I did the bariatric surgery for health reasons. But I just did not want other people to judge me. I did not want other people to say, "Oh, girl, you look good now," because I felt like that would offend me. Because, like, did I not look good when I was a little bit bigger? So it's just things that you have to work through. Currently, what I am experiencing, which is very common with this type of procedure, it is called body dysmorphia. Although people have told me that I am smaller, I personally don't see it. I know that I have lost weight, for one, because the scale says so, and for 2, because my clothes say so. So that is something that, it takes time to work through. So I decided to take the initiative and take the step and talk to the therapist again about that, because it is something that, you do have to work through. And so I am working through that. So, that is going to help me, hopefully. But, everyone is different. And just, having, a strong circle. I will say that the people that did know about my procedure have really been helpful. My mom, my sister, my stepdad, my daughter, they also heard me cry, my emotions, me being stressed out, just different things. So I definitely appreciate it, because I really couldn't have made it through without a lot of them. And they know who they are. I confided in, I confided in them. I told them, I was nervous, I was scared, I was, just, my emotions behind it. So I definitely appreciate each and every one of you that helped me through it. I also talked about my hair. I was really nervous about that because a part of the process after you have, or a part of the, I'm sorry, not the process, but a part of the side effect after you have bariatric surgery is hair loss. My hair is thick and it's not very long now, but it was very long. And I was really worried about hair loss. My friend, who is also my hairdresser, told me from when I told her when I made the decision to have the bariatric surgery back in April of last year, told me to start using the shampoo with biotin. So that's where I decided to, started using the Dr. Phil brand with the biotin. So everything I use is with biotin. I started using that, as well as before I even had the surgery, started wearing the vitamin patches. And I personally think that helped me avoid the hair loss, because I really haven't experienced it like other people say that they have. There was a moment I had mentioned in one of my videos to where I had taken down my braids and combed out my hair, and it was a lot more hair that came out than what I wanted to. But that was kind of right after I had the surgery. And then I haven't really experienced it since. The only thing is that I thought my edges were thinning out a little bit, but that's just me. So I've been fortunate to where I haven't experienced that like other people have. So it's just a little something I wanted to talk about. I'm still a work in progress. Like I said, I am only 8 months out. I am being hard on myself. I will enter some before and after pictures at some point. But the surgeons laugh at me and say, well, did you think you was going to wake up from surgery and be skinny? No. But the thing that you don't want to do, and what I've learned, is you don't want to compare yourself to other people. Everybody's different. Everybody's surgery procedure is different. Everybody's recovery is different. 80 pounds in 8 months is great. And I'm still a work in progress. So we'll see going forward, how my life changes and how my lifestyle changes. And we'll just keep getting better and better. So thanks for allowing me to share. Hopefully, sometime in the future I'll sit down and have a conversation again. Maybe interview a few other people who have had a similar experience or the same, procedure that I've had, and get their take on it. But if you have any questions, comments, anything that you would like to say, please drop a comment below.